Hey guys, Scott Patton here. I want to talk to you today about probably my, 4 or 5 of my best crankbaits that I fish all winter long, and also into all the way through March and even early April. They can be good depending on what part of the country you are. But these are the crankbaits I use, and they're all Lucky Crafts, which I've always loved my Lucky Craft crankbaits. But these colors right here, I've always been able to catch fish on. They're always tied on for me this time of year, and like I said, throughout the spring. And I'm just kind of go through them. And if you guys ain't fishing these, maybe you want to get you some of them and give them a shot. But my number one early springtime crankbait is going to be probably the Kelly J. It's a flat-sided, and this is the T.O. Crawl, okay? This, you can see the profile of that right there. I like a flat-sided crankbait, especially in a little bit clear water lakes and stuff. I'm not talking about gin clear, but where you can see maybe a foot and a half deep. Seems like I catch more fish on these, and plus the vibration, it seems like it really likes them. I've actually got some spin dots on the back of this bait. That way, when I can, because this time of year in February and March, you're going to be cranking real slow, and I want to be able to crank it as slow as I can and stop it. And if I get by a stump or something like that, it is a suspend right there by the wood or the even down along riprap and stuff. It's good to do that. Just a slow crank and stop, slow crank and stop, and that fish is sitting there. A lot of times you'll go ahead and inhale that thing, but it's good. This is a Kelly J, you guys, and it's in the T.O. Crawl. They make these in different colors. I'm going to show you another color that I've got right here that I use a lot too. So that's going to be my number one pick on those when I'm going. But this one right here is a color that a lot of you guys may not have seen. They make this in the 1.5 also, Lucky Craft does. I don't think they're making it again right now in the Kelly J. They used to. You can still find these online and stuff, guys. But this is called Disco. And it's got the red and the oranges on it. It's got some gold in there. It's really been good to me when the water is more stained. I'm not talking about muddy, but more stained, okay? Something about that gold flash, and when the water's real cold, I learned years ago, something about that red and gold, and when water's real cold, this color really shines. It catches a lot of fish. So it's just got that natural fish appeal in that cold water. And again, this is a Kelly J, you guys. Okay, this is disco color. If you can find you some of these, you won't want to get them. Check out some of these tackle store stuff that might still have them around. Hopefully, Lucky Craft will come back out with this color in the Kelly J. But they do have it in 1.5, and I use it in both, in the 1.5 and in the Kelly J. Okay, but that's a disco. All right. Another one I love to use in the Kelly J is going to be the copper green perch. This is another fantastic color, a good stained water to murky water bait. It has a lot of vibration, a lot of action in it. It's good, anytime you got fish moving up shallow in the middle of some of these creeks and stuff like that, up on flats and everything, guys. Again, on riprap, the copper green perch is a color that I always have tied on to in the springtime. Now, if the water's a little bit cleaner, okay, then I'm gonna go with the copper perch, okay? That's just more of a natural color. It's the same as a copper green perch. The silver is more of a white, it's got the white belly, with the other ones got the chartreuse belly. So that's another one in the Kelly J. Again, you see I've got all these with suspend dots on, you guys, because it really makes a big difference on catching them fish in that cold water, to be able to crank, to slow this thing down. That way, if I stop to retrieve, it's not going to float away from the fish real fast, and it'll stay right in the strike zone. A lot of times these fish are just going to be cold, and they're not going to be chasing the bait real good. So those suspend dots where that bait is suspend after you stop it will create a lot of big fish bites for you, okay? And then another one that I use all the time is, this is the Lucky Crafts 1.5. This is a T.O. Crawl. No, I'm sorry, I take that back. This is a Delta Crazy Red Crawl. Now, they have several different colors. You got your T.O. Crawl, and this Delta Crazy Red Crawl. It's just got a little bit more orange on the belly of it, where it's got red on the top. It's got that crawfish pattern painted into it. Another excellent color. And this thing really does good in even clear water, you guys. Something about that orange, that carp color that is on the bottom of this really makes these fish eat this bait. But this is another one that you definitely want to have tied on. And again, you guys, it's not just your TO crawl, but this is the Delta Crazy Red Crawl, okay? So make sure you get some of these. And two, guys, I'm going to tell you, a lot of times when you're throwing red, sometimes just in the hues of the water, sometimes you can go from one to the next and you'll catch the fish on it where you're not going to be casting them. They may not be hitting a TO crawl, but you could pick this bait up right here, the Delta Crazy Red, and they'll be eating it because it's a little bit different shade. So when you're fishing in the springtime like this, make sure you experiment with these colors. That's why I usually have all these tied on, because I never know which one's going to be the bait that's going to trigger the strikes and stuff, okay? It could be a difference from a cloudy day to a sunny day can make the difference, okay? So keep that in mind when you're cranking these shallow running crankbaits. My all-time favorite color that Lucky Craft has is this is a 1.5. This is a chartreuse shad. Fantastic color. I catch fish everywhere on this thing. And it's a color that you want to have tied on, because sometimes even in this cold water, you guys, them fish are wanting that shad pattern. And this chartreuse shad is one color that I've done really well with. And something else I've noticed too, on the smallmouth in the Tennessee, Kentucky, and Alabama area, they really like this color too. I've caught a lot of big smallmouth on this. And so if you guys are targeting smallmouth, even in the cold water, I'm telling you, this chartreuse shad in the Lucky Craft 1.5 will catch you a lot of fish. Another one I got right here, you guys, in the 1.5. This is an older one. It's kind of worn out. This is the Black Moss. It's a chartreuse and black color, which they make several different ones, but this Black Moss is my favorite. This is one right out of the package, you guys. New. I'm gonna show you. I've had this one for several years. I've caught tons of big fish on this one right here. It's kind of faded, but even out of the package, you can tell that black chartreuse is a little bit more faded on it than the real bright chartreuse. And this is another good springtime color. I've done really good in stained water, especially you getting some runoff and stuff like that. You have some heavy rains. You'll want to go with this bait. I crank it real slow again. All these baits, I'll crank it real slow around any kind of cover. You don't want to get cranking too fast, you guys, when you're cranking in the wintertime or early spring. I'll usually throw this stuff on 17-pound line. There's been times I've gone up to 20 if I'm catching a lot of big fish and around thicker cover. We'll go down as low as 12-pound test. I'm fishing just clear rocky banks and stuff like that, and the water's pretty clear. But 15 and 17 are probably my two go-to line sizes, and Seagull or Braze X is what I like, because you can get around some, catch some big fish around these stumps and stuff like that on these rocky banks and everything. So, but anyways, guys, if you're not throwing these Lucky Craft crankbaits, these are some colors that I've done well with over the years, and I really think it'll help you catch more fish. So find you some of these, guys. Good luck to you. Guys, I really appreciate you watching these videos. Follow along. I run into all you guys out here in the in the parking lots of some of these boat ramps and stuff. And I really greatly appreciate you following. Make sure you subscribe for me, guys. I'm gonna keep on doing this and to help me get this channel growing. That way I can keep on bringing more stuff to you. I look forward to meeting all of you. If any of you guys are looking for a guide trip, now my information is below. I got on Okeechobee in the wintertime, and I'm back on Chickamauga during the summertime. Just check out my website, scottpattonfishing.com. Guys, good luck to you, good fishing, and we'll see you on the water.